One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, and I'm rolling solo today. My man, good friend John Arias, he is covering women's Badger volleyball in Bloomington, Indiana this week. So he is gone and on the road, so he could not join in, but he is here in spirit. Hey chat, how you doing? For the new listeners tuning in to the podcast, this is a Gamers Lounge. This is Ahman Green's My Gamers Lounge podcast, where I talk about what's going on in the video game world. And let me fix my camera here, give a little bit update. So we're also in the podcast space and then live on YouTube and Twitch all at the same time. So doing way too much sometimes. But like I said, we bring you. Dang, I keep my camera just trying to. My chin is like cut. There we go. Well, at least my hair. Well, my hair is too high right now. So I didn't get it braided. So that's why I look like a wild man. So anyway, we're here to talk about stuff going on in the video game industry, in the culture, game releases. We have that fun conversation of this or that. And I will give you some interesting news bites that I've read up on the websites, the World Wide Web. I find and I say trying to inform you about what's going on in the space, and also, like I mentioned, game releases. So it's only going to be one this week. It's just me, but it's a fun game, oldie but goodie. But they ain't new again. I think a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. And then we're going down that rabbit's hole of House of the Dragon. We're on episode 7, Driftmark. So if you haven't seen it, it will be spoiler alert on my recap. It'll be a quick recap of that episode that was very uncomfortable. If you watched it, if you're a fan and you're watching it now, episode 7 was I'll say the show of being uncomfortable because of all the situations, different storylines, people talking behind each other's back and trying to double cross or triple cross or just not be good family members to each other. That's the crazy thing. All these people are family related. I'm like, I'd rather deal with the bad guys. At least the bad guys right now, it ain't no bad guys. It's all the bad guys within the family trying to take each other out. So, but then, like I said, you could join in, spectate with the good, the good conversation of this or that. And yes, Sergeant Maul Reynolds, thank you for the compliment on the hair. Hey, so what happened was, you hear that? So it's a story behind it. So what happened was, I had my appointment yesterday to get my hair braided, and in my calendar, this is me being super busy, and that's why I ask people to send me a calendar invite when I need to do something, so I know what's on the task of the day. And so I wrote it in the calendar. So it's my mistake. I wrote it in at 1:30 when I should have been at the shop where I get my hair braided at 11:30 a.m. my time. So I was 2 hours late. I rode up in there like I was all on time. I was early, got there. She just looked at me like, "Boy, what's wrong with you? You know, you're supposed to be here at 11:30. I'm like, I was like, that's my fault. Because I'm like, calendar says hair braiding 1:30. So hey, it happens to the best of us. It says, Fiery, were you able to ship the helmet yet? Not we just got everything in, Fiery. So I know you got to hold that patience, bro. We're gonna get it to you. We just got them in this week. So let me go ahead and get the sponsor read out the way real quick, because football is back right now. We know that. And we have baseball about to wrap up, going into their postseason playoffs. So we got some good things. It was really cool to see Aaron Judge do his thing, break that record for the Yankees. But overall, I think he still has a little ways to go in terms of breaking home run records. But as we talked about a few episodes ago, in terms of being clean and not being clean, he broke that record. So this setting the record straight on that. But yeah, with our sponsors, with Bet Online, football is back, and Bet Online remains number one source for your football and betting needs this season. So you'll find the latest odds, matchup information, player news, game trends, and as your continued source for all sports wagering info. Bet Online features live betting, free contests, live scores, and giveaways all season long. So always the fastest and easiest way to bet your favorite sports and events. MLB, MMA, tennis, boxing, and even golf and esports. You could go there, Fire Eagle. Well, you're too young. You can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So head to betonline.com to join and receive your 100% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BLEAV, Believe, to receive your awards. Believe, BetOnline, where the game starts. Chat. What's up, Matt? Max, good morning to you. We got Jalmer. How you doing? Got new to the chat. You are now in here. If you join the Discord, you'll be officially a greenie. So let's get on to what is going down the line of running show right here. So I'm doing a job of two right now, because usually John has helped me out with some things. So check in from last week. Last week, what did I do? I don't know. I know I'm super busy. I got class I'm teaching, which I'm teaching right after this. I got esports teams that I'm coaching, which is they're all doing pretty darn good. We've had in the first 3 weeks, we've had a lot of wins, a few losses. And so the biggest lesson learned here is just how to bounce back from that loss mentally. Obviously, this is all esports, so it's all mental. It's nothing really physical, other than maybe getting sleep and managing your time throughout the day. So time management becomes a thing, because obviously these are college students that I'm coaching, and they have schoolwork to get done. They have work to go do, and they have to practice and run and be a part of the esports program. So everything, I say big congratulations to all the teams, because all the teams have won at least one game. If not, like I said, it's only week 3 for some of the team. For some of the teams, it's week 2 for others, and we're sitting at 1-1 or 2-1, something like that. So we're sitting in a good spot. I say if we finish 3 or 4 games above 500, we're in the playoffs. We only have 5 to 6 weeks in some games. I think Rocket League is only like a 6-week season. Overwatch, Valorant. I say Overwatch also is a 6-week season, because the new game is coming out now. It's out now, And then Call of Duty, Valorant, Smash, they all on week 4 right now. So they're going to be 2-1, or week 3, 2-1, or even, or be, above or below, but we went above 500. So I've been doing that, staying super busy with that, and just been enjoying it. Well, we got Sith Lordy. How you doing? He said, Wasabi. How you doing? Sergeant Mall says, we're going to need your best John impression before the end of the show. Oh man, that's you putting me on the spot. Good morning, Matt Max. I don't know if I could do John. He could probably do me really good. I believe he has a way with voices. But I'm gonna get to some storylines, and I got some big announcements here for charity events that I'm gonna help promote and help be a part of. The first one here is, I'll pull up right here. That is the website. Is called Kombat for Rare, and I will pull it up here on the screen here in a second. All right, got it ready to go. Here we go here. So here it is, Kombat for Rare. So a guy reached out to me by the name of Tommy Pham, and it's not the baseball player. I know a lot of people think that is the guy, but it's not him. So his son, Raiden, who's the young kid right there sitting in the picture, and this is the story. And I'm gonna probably let the video run and tell it. So you can sign and donate. Go to the website www.combatforrare.com. Their goal right now, they raised $140, and right now their goal is $1 million. So it's a campaign to fight a rare disease. It is interesting. Let me get to the actual About Us page or story page here. So it's the story of a little hero. He's from Oregon. His name is Raiden Pham. As you see there in the hospital bed. I'll run the video here in a little bit. And he suffers from an ultra rare genetic disease called UBA5. And it's so rare that there are only about 30 cases in the world. It also progresses. So things will get worse over time. So kids impacted by this severely disabled suffering from untreatable seizures and have a shortened life expectancy. So Raiden right now is 2 years old and cannot sit, cannot walk or talk. He can barely control his arms and is fed via a stomach tube for survival. So Raiden is full of smiles though, and full of life. So he continues, for him, his reality is, what we figure as, oh my God, is his reality to him when he's seeing his mom and dad holding him up and talking to him. I think that's his reality. So let me click here. Then I think a video. Here's the video I want to run here, and everybody gets to see this story here. So as you see there for the podcasters listening, we are in the hospital for 10 days, but you're ill. And so it says you can't come home with the feeding tube through his nose. It was supposed to help, but it made things worse. Right before Christmas, we made a tough emotional decision to put him through surgery for a stomach feeding tube. So putting Raiden through that. And so despite the struggles, we celebrated our first Christmas and birthday. So you see Raiden, that's Tommy, his wife, and his daughter. At this point, he could barely hold his head up and needs support to sit up. We are doing everything possible to make sure he's continuing to develop Tommy, or Raiden, excuse me. Shortly after the first birthday, we were unofficially diagnosed with quadriplegic cerebral palsy. So finally, at 17 months, we solved the mystery. The doctors found that he had UBA gene disorder. So an ultra rare, progressive, and life-threatening genetic disorder leading to severe disability and seizures. With the news, our hearts stopped. But yet Raiden still full of smiles and giggles, which gives us the hope for his future. So this is actually a video written to Raiden. If you heard, like it says, you're a fighter, your name fits it. As your family, we promise to fight alongside you, no matter how grueling the battle is to beat UBA5. UBA5. So you're as a symbol of hope, Raiden, inspiration in humanity. Your journey will help so many others battling UBA5 and rare diseases. So we'll defy the odds. Love, mommy, daddy, and sister. So that video is to Raiden, how he addressed it, and that's the Raiden Science Foundation. That is who running this event. And I'm excited to be about it. So I've been asked to help out with spreading the word. I'm going to go to some other parts of the website here. So where you can look at. So right now, here's the campaign. Let me get it back up here on the screen here. So here is, so the official campaign. So they're going to have a Mortal Kombat tournament with Raiden's family in mind and with Raiden in mind. So Combat for Rare is about raising awareness of this rare disease, and fundraising impact and research will result in critical treatments. But it also is about having fun and taking the moment to celebrate Mortal Kombat's 30th anniversary. So the game Mortal Kombat this year is its 30th anniversary, and the culture of gaming for good. So sit back, play, create, watch, share, and Combat for Rare campaign with your friends, family, and community, where we can make a difference. So get started. So the actual event is at the end of this month, October 30th. But between now and then, you can donate. If you're a streamer, I could give you information where you can actually sign up your stream and stream for this cause. And they have that here, other resources. I think it's on the homepage. Let me go back to the homepage here. So the fundraising goal, big goal there of $1 million. And so you could create content. That's where, if you're a streamer and you want this information, you can actually go to this website. You could reach out to them through the website to find out what you need to do to stream and fundraise for the research. And you could tune in on the 30th, where myself and Shane Vereen will be commentating on the tournament and spectating it with Tommy Pham and the creators of Mortal Kombat. Back in the day, they're working with Arcade One Up, or Up One, or a One Up, I believe, to give away Mortal Kombat little arcade cabinets. for this. So there'll be fun giveaways for people that donate, people that are spectating the event on the 30th. And I would say around, I believe it's October 14th is when, if you're a streamer, you can then now stream for the cause. That's when that starts. So for myself, I'm gonna try to stream as much as possible during that time. And if you are a streamer that plays Mortal Kombat, and of course by now I think y'all figured out, it was really easy decision to go with Mortal Kombat because Tommy named his son Raiden. So if you didn't pick up on that now, that's why we're using this game. So if you go to the website, it's active now. So you see the story, you see more of the video that I just played, and it tells you more what the Raiden Science Foundation does. It says Raiden Science Foundation was launched a year ago with a mission to harness the power of the community to innovate treatment for rare diseases, starting with UBA5. We are partnering with UMass Channel Medical School to create groundbreaking gene therapy for UBA5. But the clock is ticking. The scientific discovery and treatment option we uncover will have a generational impact for numerous other rare diseases and has the potential to save countless lives. So as I mentioned, this game is picked because Tommy named his son Raiden, and Raiden is one of the characters, and very good character, by the way, in the game. So it continues to read on here. Raiden was named after the God of Thunder from the Mortal Kombat game, one of the longest running fighting games and franchises in the world. It seems almost like fate that Raiden was named after this Thunder God as he is fighting for his life and others affected by UBA5. This year is Mortal Kombat's 30th anniversary and the perfect opportunity to mobilize and the moment and collectively rally around the purpose to fight against rare diseases. So you could click here. If you click, where am I? Right here, you'll be able to get more information and about that. But then in the news today is right here at the bottom is Raiden Science Foundation makes a gift to you, UMass Chan Medical School for UBA5 gene therapy research. So they already started that, which is great because it's something that for the diseases and chronic illnesses that I've heard of and seen before, it is like, wow. So now to have this out there too, that affects young, mostly children, it's I say a tough task, but if like anything, as we do as people, we can come together and band together and raise up for this cause. So this website is scrolling at the bottom of my screen here. And for the podcasters listening in, so you go to Combat for Rare, that is www, not that many W's, 3 W's, sorry. combatforrare.donordrive.com, combatforrare.donordrive.com. So you go to that, or you could go to combatforrare.org. That's of course, KOMBAT, the number 4, RARE.org. Go there. That's the website I'm on right now. It's right up here. Go there. You could read up all the information. Donate whatever you can, $5, $2, $10. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be big amounts, but it could be little amounts, little micro transactions that can then, this would be a good micro transaction that helps out a good cause. So we got people in the chat commenting. Says, yo, I think you have a character cheating. All right, college. So dang, didn't realize your hair was that long. Yeah, it's up there. Trolls. Stafford was has been enjoying your Halloween movie picks. Hey, thank you for sure. And so with that being said, I'll take you to the another cause that I'm actually help promoting here on the Gamers Lounge podcast. So this one is through one of my sponsors, Lucid Sound Audio. That's the headsets I have on here. Let me take that. Let me do this real quick. Boom. So with Lucid Sound, they reached out to me just literally the other day. And so this is a quick turnaround for me. And get it up here. All right, we got Legacy Gaming. So do good, give back. That is what their mantra is. And right now, they're going to be having a charity stream that's starting up, I believe, October 22nd. But you can start donating now. If you can see there, their goal is 10 grand. And they're right now at around $700 and some change. So it says here, do good, give back. Leave a legacy. 3 simple ideas made up the foundation of Legacy Gaming, ongoing mission to share video games with the world. So since day one, giving back has been at the center of our community, with whether it's game keys, toys, controllers, or consoles. The goal has always been to spread joy through gaming. In the midst of COVID, we are working directly with the Connecticut Children's. We launched one of our first ever Leave a Legacy charity stream, teaming up with the fellow content creators and sponsors across the industry. We raised $4,000 and surprised the hospital with a donation right before the holidays. So this started a few years ago from the sounds of it, and it's another great cause. So you can go to this website as well, and this website is Legacy Gaming, www.legacygaming.gg, and then /charity. Or before you even go there, you could just go to the website. They have so many different tabs here. They have the team legacy that talks about the team, and then obviously the content from what other events they have done over the time. And see Dark Side. Are they doing feedback on the game? They have a shop. You could buy stuff there that probably help towards their donations, buying some of the merch. So right now, merch is coming soon. And like I mentioned there, it's Leave a Legacy stream for them as well. So if you're a content creator, you're a streamer, you're a podcaster like myself, you could go to both of these websites and definitely help donate, raise awareness, put some 2 cents in there, whatever amount, it doesn't matter, because it's a collaborative with everybody in the gaming world. And we know as gamers, when we know a good cause, we'll roll with it and we'll support it. And I'm gonna be helping out. I'm helping out right now by announcing these and continue to talk about them. I'll talk about them week over week until the month is over, and obviously give you an update when the totals are in. And so I've been reaching out to some of my buddies that I know from that I play ball with, that are Mortal Kombat fans and of the game, and I reached out to a few streamers that play it already. So if they could stream on those dates, I'll get their names in. So if you want your names in, join in my Discord, and I'll send them in. If not, you can sign up yourself. Go to the website. You can ask questions at the other website here. So for Combat the Rim, you go back there. So it says home, and then right here you can sign up here. You could donate there on that tab. And so on the stream, so promote, share our campaign, send emails, blast on social media platform, which I'm doing and will be doing. You can earn badges by achieving fundraising milestones, and enter giveaways, which is fun giveaways of the arcade cabinet of Mortal Kombat, and then play games, stream, create content, and other creative ideas to drive the donations on up. Register, donate if you can, customize your profile. So when you sign up, you can actually go in here and create your account and go from there. So these are the charity stream dates. It's October 14th through the 29th right here, and then actual game day of the bigger tournament where they already have a lot of streamers that's going to be involved. Actually, hold on, let me see. Where my phone at? I got a list of streamers he sent me. I got to see who all the names on there. It was pretty cool. So I'm going there as the chat is talking. We have, let me see if I could pull this picture up. It's already small. I can't really see names. It's kind of, see about 12 people here that's going to be competing, maybe more by the 14th gets here. Or I'll say 12 people that will be streaming it. And I'm trying to see their names. Are kind of blurry, but I'm assuming they're Mortal Kombat streamers. So if you know of Mortal Kombat streamers, you might want to check out their streams. They might be talking about it now, and if not, they'll be talking about it and playing and streaming for Combat for Rare on October 14th, which is next week. Wow, October's flying by, man. We're on fall break next week as well with Lakeland. So I'm like, what is going on? I mean, this school year is passing fast, man. Super fast. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Kicks and Kurt? I love the name, by the way. We have somebody. We got people fantasy talking in the league that we play in here on the channel. So what is up next? So we got that. And so we got quick hit news bites here. Oh man, we got some craziness going on with Google Stadia here as I bring it up. It is an interesting story, and it's Suckville for a lot of employees over at Google. So Google Stadia department, in other words. So I'll read here. So starting out, as you see the headline, Google devs and Stadia employees alike were blindsided by the sudden shutdown. So now you know. So Google's trouble streaming service Stadia might ever become dominant, might not ever become a dominant player in the gaming industry, but almost no one expected it to shut down so abruptly. So this is as of last Friday, Thursday and Friday, where employees, vice president, people of status in the company are all finding out now that they're shutting down. So including the company's own employees, like I mentioned, Stadia's vice president, Phil Harrison, fast becoming the grim reaper of new gaming initiatives, informs staff of the news about the same time everyone else was learning about it from a public blog post. So I lived this life. I remember when I got traded, a lot of y'all know this story. When I got traded to Green Bay, my dad called me because he was watching ESPN NFL Live. Trey Ringo was actually making the announcement. He called me up, said, "Son, go, you're a Green Bay Packer." And I said, "No, you're joking with me." He said, "Nope, I'm not going to mess with you about that. So go check the TV right now." And sure enough, it came up. Trey Ringo says Ahman Green traded to the Green Bay Packers and for Fred Vincent and I think a 5th round pick, conditional pick. So as y'all know my story, it turned out pretty good. But unfortunately for a lot of these employees here at Google Stadia, hopefully it does, turn into something better. But as we know, a lot of employees are now without jobs. So back to the article. So work they had been doing up until the very moment suddenly became relevant. Suddenly became irrelevant, while developers in the middle of porting games to Stadia still have no idea what comes up next. So basically, they were actually uploading games to the server to then send to us customers to get the game going. They find out the bad news. So Tango Tower, taking on my words right there. Tango Tower was due to launch on Stadia in 2 days' time. So I say by Sunday of last week. And this article was the first I heard of it shutting down. That was from Tom Vian, one half of Super Clipper Studios SFB Games, tweeted yesterday. So that was actually one of the developers finding out that the company is shutting down. So other developers felt similar, felt the same. They got sucker punched. So we have a title coming out November 1st, replied Rebecca Hyman, and now we hear about this. So these are game developers reacting in real time of what is just what is found out, because as we know, Google Stadia was a cloud streaming platform that had a lot of fun games, but really big for the indie game space to grow their games out. We had bigger companies, games like 343 having Halo and having Destiny 2 on there, but now for the indie game makers, which is obviously it's tough to have a place to show what they got. And now one of these places is shutting down. And as they are doing it, that's how they're finding out. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, I found out I was getting traded when I had no idea I was getting traded. So big business sometimes goes down like this. It's unfortunate for these employees. So I'll continue to read all in the article here. So studios have partnered managers at Stadia to help with the process of porting games, getting them certified, and any other issues. And that can come up during the collaboration. So many had spoken to their counterparts as recently as last week, and there was no hint that anything was going wrong at that time. So as I say, conversations, talking with a company, you don't know that's going on behind those doors. So with the article here from Kotaku, so I credit this to Kotaku, excuse me. We signed a deal and had been working towards a release date on Stadia and Stadia Pro for Arctic Awakening in 2023. And this is from Goldfire Studios founder James Simpson told Kotaku. So we just had communication with our partner manager earlier in the week, going through some steps. And so there was no indication that anything was changing. So again, poor communication and not relaying the message. So this last little tweet out from Simon Roth, that is a developer, a coder, says, "Oh boy, I'm very happy to see months of my work going in the bin again. I sure do love game development." So that is kind of wraps it up. So ER says Stadia shutting down means something with the whole thing for Microsoft trying to get the deal from Activision Blizzard. So they might have been caught in that crossfire, ER. I kind of agree, but you can read more. There's a lot of details about the article and, when the actual official date will be. I believe it's going to be going into 2021 or 2023 will actually bring the end of Stadia to everybody. I believe it's like January 18th, 2023 will be that official last day that Stadia will be basically gone. And so, unfortunately, to all the employees and like Eor just mentioned, they might have just been a casualty of the bigger deal of Activision Blizzard being bought by Microsoft earlier this year or later last year. So, interesting story there. So check it out when you can, and I will get on to the next fun thing. And we got our fun conversation of this or that. And before I go into this or that, I will go into my sponsor here by Sonos. So experience TV, music, podcasts, and games like never before with Sonos Ray. This new compact and easy to use soundbar puts you at the center of all your entertainment, and with clear, crisp dialogue and perfectly balanced bass. Just plug in the power cord, connect to your TV, and get set in the Sonos app within minutes, which it is very easy to do that. Let me get this off the screen here. And before you know it, you will have blockbuster sound, streamlined control of content from all your favorite sources. So visit Sonos.com. That's Sonos.com to shop right now. Go get it. I say if you have Bluetooth on your Xbox, it does also offer that. So Xbox Bluetooth, my Switch has Bluetooth, so it actually connects to my Switch. So then I have stereo audio, playing Super Smash, playing Mario Kart. So check it out here. So now we're going to that fun conversation of this or that.
This or that.
All right, let's get up here and get the I'm a one-man show today. So that's where some of the things wasn't put up when they should have been. That's my apology. But the first one on the list here is have no teeth, but you can eat all the ice cream you want, or have teeth, but you can only eat onions. Now, these are for your vegetable lovers out there. I'm gonna go ice cream. I'm sorry. I'll just work out and I'll deal with the lactose problem because I've 8 onions and they are flavorful. I put them on burgers, hot dogs every now and then, but to eat them every day, I think you'll be actually in really good health because onions are technically good for you, but for the taste buds wise, my first reaction goes ice cream. But when I think about it, onions. In the chat, we got ice cream. Hello, dentures. That's from Sif Lordy there. I love the comment there. I'll put that up there. That was a good one right there. Damn, ice cream. Hello, dentures. Oh, man. We got Kickstand Kurt says ice cream. All right. And we got Eeyore says, I couldn't eat only onions so I've got to go ice cream. So I can't eat onions all the time. So I got to go ice cream. So he's an ice cream guy there. Sergeant Maul Reynolds says, I got to go onions. Find out all the onion recipes I can. True. You guys still got onion rings? You got the little crispers, like at Outback Steakhouse, they have the little frills, or certain burger places, they have the little onions cut up, the blooming onion that's it. Smart Sergeant Maul, blooming onion there. And then Big Baby Duke says, I think you die either way. I think you die either way. If you're going to die, I'm going to go out with ice cream. That's a good one. I like that one. I love that one, Big Baby Duke. All right, next one on the list of this or that. Be an owl or be a cat? I know there's a lot of cat people in the world. I don't know about owl people. I like owls because they chill. They mind their own business. They can be dangerous. They have nice, sharp talons. Like I said, but I like that. I like chilling and doing my own thing. So I'm going to go owl on this. We got in the comments here. We got owl. For sure, owl. They can fly. And then, they can fly. Compared to a cat, they just do crazy things that I see on TikTok. Like the pickle and the cat thing. Like, they do not like pickles. Or cucumbers. Not pickles, cucumbers. They scare the Jesus out of a cat. And Eeyore, of course, I know you're a cat guy. Yeah, you got a few cats at home. I know that y'all got a nice little cat dog family thing going on there at the Eeyore's house. Eeyore says, because a freaking lion or a tiger. All right. Kickstand Kurt says cat as well. And then Sif Lordley says cats can be sneaky and live the good life. They are. Hey, I had 2 cats growing up, and they were interesting. One was Whiskers. That was my first cat. The second one was Buttons. And it was a friend of mine, a friend in the neighborhood who mom decided that all of a sudden she wanted to get, he couldn't have the cat no more. So my Whiskers had passed away. And so my buddy said, my neighbor said, Ahman, you want another cat? I know Whiskers passed away. I said, yeah. I said, let me talk to my mom. She said, yeah. And so we took Buttons in. We didn't have, I think we had Buttons for maybe a year. And I think he passed away too. And then but he was fun. He was interesting. Cats are entertainment, pure entertainment. Kickstand Kurt, excuse me. I have 5. So it's an easy answer. Okay, gotcha. And the ER goes, getting pets and meowing at me right now. they hear their species being talked about right now. That's what it is. They can hear things. They hear my voice. All right, next on the list here. This is a fun one. Be able to teleport or move things with your mind. I'm gonna have to go TP. I gotta teleport. No. I'll come back to you on that. Because they're both things. Move things with your mind. No, teleport. Because I remember that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie with Hayden Christensen that played Darth Vader. And he was teleporting around the world. Like one day he was chilling on the Egyptian pyramids. That's me. That's what I want to do right there. Be on the Egyptian, then go to Statue of Liberty the next day, then go to Big Ben in London, and be all there. So I'm gonna teleport. How about y'all? What's the crowd talking about here? Jumper. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you, Sergeant Maul. Teleporter for Eeyore. Eeyore says jumper. Yep. And it says Seth Lordy says, oh, we got an X-Men scenario. Nightcrawler versus or Jean Grey. Would be nice to teleport out of LA traffic. 100%. Sif Lordy. I grew up in LA traffic, and as recently as 2019, I was in it a lot. And actually before that, 2021, I was out there too. LA traffic it's to me now, I don't even get mad at Los Angeles traffic. To me, it's like a phenomenon. It's like I'm witnessing something that is special that will happen only in New York City. And I've seen videos and movies of countries in India that looks like they have bad traffic, or any country in India. It's like a phenomenon. Like when you don't see your car moving, where you could get out your car, go to the next car and maybe have a conversation, or put your hand on the ground on a freeway where you're supposed to be driving 70, 80 miles per hour. That's special. So we got here. And then we got Sergeant Maul says, I could avoid the 15-hour flight and thousands of dollars when I visit home if I can teleport. True. That's a true one. That's a good statement there. That is a true statement there. All right. Now then we get into some gaming questions here, some fun one here. So here we go. Play old video games for free or play new video games but have to pay double. I think we kind of do that already, don't we? I know I did that with 2K. I didn't bought it on 2 different consoles, actually 4 different, because it's Xbox Series X, PlayStation, and PlayStation 4, all by mistake. So we kind of do that anyway. What's the chat talking about here? He said, Mad Max says, old games for free for me. Sergeant Maul says, old ones for free. Give me all the classic Final Fantasy games. Hey, that's one game that I have on my list when I have a long weekend of nothing to do, which I don't know at this moment when that will be. But that's my goal, is to play out all the Final Fantasy games, starting from 1 to whatever it is on now, like 19 or 20 or something like that. We got Sif Lordy says, I'm an adult with a job. Give me the latest games, please. That means he's gonna spend that money. Big Baby Duke says, new games, already played old ones. Okay. Eeyore, you work in that business. This is your job. So it says some of the old games for free would be great. Yeah. All right. Got you there. All right. And then Sergeant Maul says, you're going to need a long weekend. I know Final Fantasy games, that ain't no just like a boom, 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 you're done. It's a boom, 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 boom. You know, like 8 or 9 booms before you're done. Now, when I say booms, that means stages you complete before you at the end of the game. And the big, with 2 games coming out just recently here in the next couple of days, we got Overwatch 2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Ooh, this might be a fight. Who's picking? I coach both games. I like both games. They're different, and obviously we know the ways they're different because in Call of Duty, you don't have no characters running around with ultimates that can shut down an area, or you can blind people with powers, and you can jack up a wheel and roll it into the middle of a group and blow everybody up, or you can, you can't do what you could do in Overwatch and Call of Duty. But they're coming out. Overwatch is out now. Call of Duty comes out here in another week or 2. And so, see, I like both, so it don't matter to me. I'll just pick one, but it's not I don't like the other one. I'm going to go with Overwatch 2. Show. Oh, Modern Warfare, says Sergeant Maul. Says, can't wait to not play Caldera. Is that the new Warzone? That's probably the new Warzone. No, you know what? I'm going to switch my answer. I'm going to go Call of Duty. I'm probably more of a Call of Duty guy, but I'm good at Overwatch 2 or Overwatch in general. And sorry, my condolences for all the Overwatch lovers that now lost. The old game is shut down completely server. I had my kids that I coach. They're all like literally depressed. I'm like, what's wrong? They're like, the server for Overwatch 1, the first one is over, is dead. I'm like, oh, I didn't know they were going that deep with it. I thought they would just, go move to another game, but I get it. Obviously it's a business thing because it makes everybody go play and buy. I say you don't have to buy it, but now get all the skins that are in the new game. So smart by Activision Blizzard, as we know, or Microsoft Activision Blizzard. So Kickstart. I want to say Kickstarter. Kickstand Kurt says, I'm waiting for PGA 23 to come on. I know I've been seeing Tiger Woods on the cover. That looks pretty dope. We got Von Miller plays Call of Duty. Kickstand Kurt also, yes. Overwatch Eeyore says, Overwatch stuff carries over. Not all of it. Some of it does. Majority of it does, unless you have unlocked it. Because my players, trust me, I've been hearing, man, I didn't get this skin, or where are my champions at, and all this other stuff. I'm like, look, y'all got to play the game regardless. So don't be worrying about that and trying to get. We need to win. We need to win this week, Overwatch. Don't worry about if you got your the skins that you won last year. We got Weird J says, still sticking with Fortnite. Good decision. No build? Weird? No build? You got building or no build? That's my question. I love no build because I never got great at building in Fortnite. And that is the end of this or that. So thank you very much for that. All right. Now we're headed over to game releases. And before I do that, so I have to say, because we still have the Sonos sponsorship and a few others. So thank you for tuning in for this first half of this week's Gamers Lounge. And you can listen to our game releases on and what's on stream in the recap of season 1 of House of Dragon episode Driftwood. So see you back in the next episode. And we're back. So we are back. Welcome to the second half of the Gamers Lounge podcast. If you missed the first half, we went over some of the gaming news, like the stuff that happened with Google Stadia. Is unfortunate for all of the employees. They are now finding out just as of last week that their company is shutting down in January. And then we talked about, so now, so we got the gaming news and we played a little bit of this and that. So now it's time for our game releases of the week. And like I said, our review recap of episode 7, House of the Dragon. So game releases up first. So here we go.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Let me take that down. All right, let me take that down too. Oh, over here. Boom. All right, we got fun game releases here. And I'm only doing one. And you probably know what that one is. Even though I picked it, but we have it here on camera now. Get this going. There we go. Is it playing? There we go. Oh no, it switched. What? No. What you doing? Don't do that. Stop doing that.
Faith alone
There we go.
isn't enough, Kiriko.
I'm
There we
stronger
go.
than you think.
That's Kiriko, I believe. A new Overwatch game.
The Overwatch I joined was about raising the world
And this
up.
was like a movie.
They can give the people
Tracer's back.
hope.
Valkyrie's back. Soldier. And that's Kiriko or Kiriko. Kiriko, that's her name. So Overwatch is a first-person shooter developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment as is equal to the 2016 hero shooter Overwatch, which is now done. The game intends a shared environment for players versus player modes while introducing persistent collaborative modes or cooperative modes. That means working together. So you got Junkrat back. You got Junkrat Queen. I heard 22 global maps, as you see right there, and some of the other stuff I missed before it popped on the screen. New areas to hold or payload through 6 distinct modes, as it says there on the screen. And you actually have a robot that's actually pushing a payload, which I think is different and pretty cool. I like the addition of that. You got Reinhardt still in the game. New era of Overwatch begins now. Oh man, he looks dangerous. Is that Genji? That looked like Genji.
Some of the new.
They got new characters, so free to play now. It was yesterday, October 4th, so check it out. Ooh, I know for the Overwatch fans out there, you're like, oh my god. Let me go back to that video real quick. So you got now Watch Point Pack Season 1 Prime Premium video. That's Kiriko right here on the right. Kiriko on the right, and I think I'm not good with all the character names, so don't ask me. So I'm super excited about that game. I know my players are more excited than I have. And then we got Big Baby Duke says here.
Dreams come true.
Ahman Green's Gamer. Oh no, that's something else. I missed this thing. I was like, what? What did he put in the advertisement? That was bot. Big Baby Duke says, I have 500 hours plus on the first Overwatch. Was looking forward to this weekend. Installed it and updated as soon as I was able to preload. I bet you are. And then also you gotta remember. Oh wait a minute. He says I logged in and my account was what? Oh, all that hard work put in gone. 600 hours, 500 plus hours gone. What's interesting, the audience rating of this game gives it a 2.5. I'm like, what? I just saw that. I'm like 2.5. Come on, this is a game. This is a classic. And I believe wasn't they? Anybody can tell me, wasn't they going to make a movie of this game? Of the first one, I remember seeing like previews and stuff. It looks like the commercials, the trailers look like movie level quality. So I thought they were doing a movie anyway. So if anybody could clarify that, that'd be great. And I'm gonna get on to what's on stream here because we have some fun stuff with House of the Dragon. Oh my goodness, that show is a hot mess. I'll say that it's just messy. I'm gonna keep that. That's what I'm gonna say about it. It's messy. I'm getting the screen ready here. So here we go. House of the Dragon. We're up on episode 7. Let me get this out of here. So then Eeyore says, I stream Overwatch for a year. And Microsoft, oh, yeah. So we have episode 7 now, House of the Dragon. So right here is where the queen, Damon's queen, our wife, her body, this is their ceremony. You know, every culture does it different. So Vikings, you know, they put you on a little raft and set you on fire and push you out. In this culture, they just drop you in your casket into the water. But this whole series, if you watch this episode from the time Rhaenyra right there comes down, you have so many different stories, right, is going on. So let me pause it right here. Let me pause it right. Let me get off of Leo. All right, right here you got this story between Daemon and his brother, that we know what happened. He's kicked him out several times because Daemon just being Daemon. Daemon is like Seabiscuit. He just can't get right. He's doing things that are not cool. one obviously big thing is trying to have relations with his niece. It's like, all right, so you got that story. And as we saw Queen Alicent already, her and Rhaenyra got beef. All right. So it goes through everybody's beef in this family that is going on. And you see King, was it King? I forgot his name. Let me go look up. He goes and tries to apologize to his brother here, but Daemon ain't having it. Let me go at the top here. What is his name? But you got King, Viserys. King Viserys. He's trying to be cool with his brother. But Daemon is like, nah, bro. Nah, I ain't having it. So it's just the most, this is probably, I'm calling this episode the most uncomfortable episode. You want to say Family Feud episode of uncomfortableness or whatever I'm trying to say. So yeah, you got that story. You got Rhaenyra and Alicent hating each other right now. King Viserys trying to apologize to his brother and bring him back into the fold as a family. And right there, as you said, like I said, he's like, I'm out. Nah, bro, you ain't. Nah. And so you have everybody just holding their tongue at this moment, not saying a whole lot because it's just oddity going on. It's sad that these young girls had lost their mother, but the mom went out like a G. She was like, because we knew at that time, and we seen the first episode that Rhaenyra's mom died through childbirth, so she was not going to be the next. So from there, Rhaenyra is now going down her path as a queen, but also knowing that everybody knows her big secret that her kids are not of Lenora. And so Daemon's back, and that basically fires up those emotions when they kind of hooked up in a few episodes ago. So she's revisiting, and she's being that cold-blooded decision maker. Is like, look, okay, I know this ain't what it should be, but we got to make this happen. We got to make this work. So as you see there, they're hooking up again, which obviously this is the most creepy. I got to pause it there. Back in those times, I know this was a thing, but it's just still so creepy to be like an uncle considering marrying your niece, or niece, auntie considering to marry your nephew. It's just like, oh man, back in those times, it was all messed up because you had the religion wars, Catholics versus Protestants, and then you got this where anything goes in terms of if the girl was over 12, she's marrying age and giving birth at 14. It's like, oh man. So we go from that to this. So my man, like I said, Daemon's wife, she dies. Now her dragon is up for grabs, and you see the young prince of what's his name? His name is I think it's Ahman. Prince Ahman, a Targaryen, is now, he's been bullied. He's been teased about not having a dragon. Remember the episode where they brought him the pig and everything, so his brothers and other cousins are all teasing him, and he's like, this is a moment I could take, and he does. Gains power, gains the respect. That's the prince right there of the former queen's dragon, and now has his dragon. And he has, what I found out at the end of the series, or end of the episode, that he has the biggest dragon. Like, what? So I'm like, that's the G move. And of course, like I said, it was their mom's dragon, not his. So their mom's dragon that he's riding. So of course, the daughters, Princess Bella and Princess where are we at? Bella, and there's Bella. Yeah, Bella and her sister. They're like not having it, so they're not happy. So things get real among the kids. So now you see the parents going at it. Now you got the kids like, oh, okay, it's like that. And so it just goes down. Things just got real for Prince Ahmed, and he gets knocked, he gets punched, they going at, these are the kids going at it now. And so all that haterism and all that nastiness just gets here, and then boom, my man. This is how when you lose an eye and it's your cousins involved, the next picnic or graduation ain't gonna be fun. So yes, he loses his eye there, Sith Lordy. But this is all family. The crazy thing, like I've been mad at my brothers, my sister, my cousin, been mad. It goes away, but I'm not gonna cut your eyeball out. It just shows you how things get hard. And let me pause it right here though. And so we got the kids. It's already escalated among the kids, and so that you got that interesting little going on. And now Allison is obviously protecting her son, mad that her son has lost the eye, and mad that she got other stuff going on, as we know. Dome Rocker, thanks for the sub 5 months in a row. Appreciate you, man. And now Allison in this episode is basically about to lose it. So what broke the camel's back was her son losing his eyeball. And with everything else going on, through the years from where her dad said, don't cling to Rhaenyra, you don't want to be asking her for mercy later on in life because she's going to side with her dad, Viserys, in all this political posturing nonsense of a family. And all the cracks are now well aware of what's going on. And Sith Lordy, I just saw your message here. You said, I was bummed they replaced the actresses of House of Dragon. I like the series, but taking out the popular actors took me for a minute. It took you a minute to get used to. Yeah, because they're flashing forward. And I believe I've already seen trailers of episode 8, and it seems like they're going to flash forward again. So they've got to tell the whole story of the beginning and the end of the Targaryen house and the House of Dragons, because obviously the 200 years flash forward to Game of Thrones that we are aware of is having the king being the Mad King. And I get why now, once the next is crowned king, why he is the Mad King, because you got all this illness, haterism, however you want to put it, disagreements among family members. And like I mentioned, it leads up to now Allison, they're both finding out who started what, who did what first. And King Viserys, Daemon right there is like, you know what? I mean, just let's go down. I like seeing this. I've been banished a few times already. I ain't saying a word. But then it leads to Queen Allison losing her stuff because she wants justice for her son's eyeball. And I think I would too. I got a kid in a fight with a relative. I don't know about a relative, but if it's somebody outside my family, yeah, I want an eye for an eye, literally. And so this is where, like I said, this is the part where she loses it. She like, I'm out. I'm taking somebody. You got to give me the eyeball. Give me his eyeball. Give it to me. And I think as parents, if you're a parent in the stream, in this chat, podcast-wise, you can relate. I don't think you could relate. Obviously, we ain't pulling out knives and chopping out eyeballs in 2022, but in some places it's pretty dang close. I'll say that. But, when you have a fight, I've been in a lot of fights as a kid, and I know I have brothers that be like, man, you get beat up, man, I got your back, stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, for somebody else, but not a family member. So that's where, it's different. And you see Rhaenyra right there, once that whole situation went down, she kind of knows, just like Allison back in a few episodes where she basically wore the green dress and was like, this is who I stand with. And then now Rhaenyra knows, like, this is my family, even though we're kind of fractured. I know these are who I'm rolling with when it goes down, when it gets real. And then her husband, as they had their arrangement, he's going through his thing. He just lost his sister. And so for him he came to a realization, if I'm going to live my life like I want to live my life, I can't do it like this. So he loses, he does what he needs to do to basically fake his death, and then he can move on living his life in another time or span or what have you. So a lot going on here in episode 7, the most uncomfortable episode of the season, but still entertaining. So, it's just all good in the hood of Targaryen. No, it's not. It's not good. It sounded good to say it, but it's not good. I want it to be. Sith Lordy says they've aged everyone else so they could have put some gray hair and wrinkles on the lady. That too. But they got to stick with the time. But as we see there at the end of the reel, we got Rhaenyra and her uncle Daemon are back in cahoots. So I just want to say, wow. And what the HE double hockey stick is going on here? So back in those times, we had a lot of things going on, and I just can't put my finger on it. So we'll be back next week. That is the episode. Thank you for everyone joining in. I had what's his name? Dome Rocka for the 5 minutes sub. Appreciate you, man. Eeyore, thank you for being in here. Big Baby Duke. Thank you, Fire Eagle. You probably at school, or you hopefully on school break. Sith Lordly, good questions, good dialogue in here. Thank you for everybody, and for the people listening in. Every Wednesday, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge is live here on YouTube and Twitch. Follow me on social media. We are on TikTok, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. We are on Instagram, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, and Ahman Green 30. That's where you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as well. And also follow Lakeland's Esports. We have 2 esports channels now. So it's Lakeland Esports. And you know what the other one's called? Lakeland Esports Part 2. Or not Part 2. Lakeland Esports 2. Really easy. You can find us. Go to Twitter. Go to Twitch. Follow us. Go to Twitter too. We're Muskie Esports on Twitter. Muskie Esports on Instagram. Lakeland Esports on Twitter, I believe. I don't know. It's one or two. I do know. I'm just losing it right now. But thank you. Kickstand Kurt too, man. Good feedback. Good conversation. Mad Max, man. Have a good day as you're at work. I'm not going to England, unfortunately, Mad Max. Thank you for the shout out, though. I'm not going to leave it going. The company could not get things where we could all go as players. So I'm going to be watching it at home just like you. I'm probably watching it. Yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be flying back home because I am going to TwitchCon this weekend. I'm leaving out tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. So this is my last day here in Wisconsin, and I'll be there for a couple days and then back here on Sunday. All right. So I hope everyone have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you. We have changed the schedule, so it will be next week, but I will post it. So follow me, jump in my Discord, please, and follow me on those social accounts, and you'll know when the next time, because we have me and John. John has his schedule traveling with the women's volleyball for Wisconsin, and I have my schedule because I'll be traveling here in the next few weeks. And so some Wednesdays will not work. We might do it on Thursday or Friday. So pay attention to social media to make sure you know when we're coming on, to be able to listen to the podcast and watch it live. I'll post it if it's on Thursday, next Thursday, I think it is. Actually, hold on. I got it in my phone right here. Let me go to it. John. Boom. So it is next Thursday. We'll be on here at 10 a.m. So we'll be an hour earlier, Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. And then the next Friday, it'll be 9 Central Standard. That might change, depends on how my day goes. And then we'll be back on October 26th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So the next few weeks, pay attention to everything. We'll be on Thursday, and then the following week, Friday. Times may differ, but pay attention to the socials and in the Discord. So jump in our Discord if you haven't already, please. It's in here on the stream chat somewhere. I know the bot is always posting stuff that I don't know what he's posting, but it's somewhere as a Discord in there. Please do. And again, go to Kombat. I'll put that up here one more time. Kombat for Rare. Please go to that website to donate. Put more information in. There's Kombat for Rare, and let me edit this, and I'll put up the Legacy as well. Legacy Gaming as well. No, not that one. Boom. And then Kombat for Rare under that. So there's Legacy Gaming. Go donate. Go read about their causes so you can stream. And Kombat for Rare is looking for more streamers to help spread the cause and donate as well. So combatforrare.donordrive.com and legacygaming.gg/charity. Please go help them causes out for the month of October, and I will see y'all next week. Peace. man.